Answer that question with a bit of an invocation. And with that, I would to call upon the ancestors on whose shoulders we stand with gratitude for their lives, for their dreams, for their tears and their laughter. And also may our words go out and our prayers go out and the work we do go out to the generations of our descendants, those grandchildren and great-grandchildren that are down the line ahead of us, hoping that we'll listen to some deeper wisdom in the days that we live in. And with that invocation, I would say that's the essence. When I think of what is evolutionary leadership in this day and time, and for me, it's something that has to address all our relations. Our relationship with spirit, our relationship with ourselves deeply, our relationship with the natural world around us and all the beings that live here. And so this training is both, I call it a training and initiation, in initiatory rites of passage or guiding wilderness rites of passage. When we hear that, the most common reference is the word vision quest or vision fast or hill walking, as they might say in the British Isles, or walkabouts, as they might say in Australia. But this way of, under the guidance of an elder or of an initiated one, of going into the wilderness to seek guidance, to seek wisdom, to seek connection, and to seek memory to the place of belonging that each of us came into this world looking for. And by that I mean there's this basic indigenous understanding. We make agreements with our ancestors before coming here about bringing a particular gift, particular medicine to this world that is desperately needed. And so initiatory passages and rites of passages were designed to wake up the memory of these agreements and to get about delivering them. And in my life, I've seen, both experienced and I've seen with others, that the degree of turmoil and lostness that we experience is often proportional to the degree that we have become misaligned with the medicine we carry or the gift that we carry. Oftentimes taking on the cultural mythologies that don't really resonate with the personal mythology that we carry. So this training, I've been a guide, I don't know how many years, since 94. I've been guiding wilderness rites of passages and also blending with a background in clinical psychotherapy, blending the clinical lens with the indigenous shamanic lens. And so in this training, we address both of those awarenesses. It's divided over 14 months. There are 6 sessions, and each session has a very distinct focus that we'll go over in a few moments. And it both covers the form and process of an initiatory passage, also areas of appropriation and ethics, working with the other than human world, so all the other people, working with ancestors. I know we had a visiting teacher in this last training, Daniel Ford, that recently wrote a book on ancestral medicine, and he came in and did a workshop with us, or came in as part of the training and did a day with my trainees, where we, in one of the training sessions, where we're focused on working with the ancestors and what does that mean and how does that look like. Also working with things like remote viewing, intuitive guidance, working with the spirits of the land, and also basic wilderness safety when guiding people on the land. So for me, it's quite an umbrella that encompasses guiding someone through an initiatory passage, if we define it that broadly, or a soul's descent. Michael Meade mentioned in one of his teachings, there are two forms of initiatory process. One is what's called initiation by fire, and we call that an ascent or initiation by the Spirit. And then there's initiation by water, and that is a descent into soul, into memory, into ancestral healing. There's a lot of attraction toward the ascent experience, where people oftentimes aren't real grounded in their own personal healing or their own ancestral healing work as foundational. So like Michael Mead's comment that, people that are gravitate toward initiation by fire end up in the water, and those that seek out the water end up in the fire.